There was a time when a child's happiness didn't depend on screens or electronics. In the 1960s, here in Canada, kids ran through the streets with simple toys that were filled with an incredible kind of magic. Every laugh, every run in the snow, every afternoon spent creating with just a pencil and paper, these moments became memories that would last a lifetime. Today, when we look back at these toys, we don't just see objects. We see pieces of our childhoods, moments that shaped who we are. If you miss those times and want to relive them, subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to follow each trip down memory lane that we lovingly prepare for you. In the 1960s, childhood in Canada had a different rhythm, full of simplicity and charm. Mornings began with the smell of fresh bread from local bakeries, while children ran through snow-covered streets, laughing and inventing adventures. Black and white televisions were just starting to become a presence on those freezing afternoons. But nothing could replace the joy of exploring the neighborhood, of imagining entire worlds with friends and simple toys. Small shops displayed windows filled with enduring toys. Each piece told a story, and each playtime was an opportunity to create memories that would last a lifetime. Families truly cherished their time together. Afternoons were for board games, trips to the park, and long conversations around the dinner table, always accompanied by laughter and stories passed down from generation to generation. It was a time when imagination reigned supreme, where happiness lay in the little things. Pushing a sled down a hill building snow castles that seemed as grand as a child's dreams, or simply listening to the sound of the wind and snow falling outside. These memories still live on within us, reminding us of just how magical Canadian childhoods were in their simplicity. If these memories touch your heart, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so we can relive every moment of that childhood together and celebrate the memories that shaped our lives. Among the toys that profoundly marked Canadian childhoods in the 1960s, some have become true icons. The spirograph, for example, delighted children of all ages, allowing them to create complex and colorful geometric designs simply by turning a few plastic gears. It was more than a toy. It was an invitation to creativity, patience, and limitless imagination. Who else remembers carefully lining up the pen, hoping this next design would be the most intricate one yet? It was pure, simple, mesmerizing fun. Then there were the creepy crawlers, which sparked fascination and a little bit of mischief. With their tiny, rubbery insect shapes emerging from colorful molds after a bit of baking, each creation was a small achievement. It brought a sense of pride and a lot of laughter, while the room filled with that peculiar, unforgettable aroma of molding plastic. You felt like a mad scientist, creating your own army of bugs to surprise your siblings. And of course, the Etch-a-Sketch, though famous worldwide, earned a special place in Canadian homes. With its gray screen and two magic knobs, children could draw, erase, and draw again, experiencing a creative freedom that no modern electronic toy could quite replicate. The challenge of drawing a curve, the frustration when you made a mistake, and the simple satisfaction of shaking it all away to start fresh. It was a lesson in creativity and letting go. These three toys were not just objects. They were passports to imaginary worlds, forms of expression, and symbols of a time when childhood was simple yet deeply memorable. If you remember these wonders and miss those magical moments, please subscribe and turn on notifications so we can continue this journey together and relive the memories that made our childhood so unforgettable. But not all the toys that marked Canadian childhoods have remained in the public memory. Some have left unforgettable memories for those who were lucky enough to have them. The Mattel Vac U-Form, for example, was one of the first home-making kits. It allowed children to mold their own plastic toys by heating and vacuum sealing plastic sheets over molds. The feeling of creating something with your own hands, of turning a flat sheet of plastic into a car or an animal, sparked a sense of pride and creativity that is so rare today. It was your very own little factory, The Chatty Cathy doll, which was also produced right here in Canada, was another star of the era. When you pulled her string, her talking voice seemed to respond to you, creating emotional bonds and moments of pure fun. She filled the house with laughter and was a constant companion in imaginary conversations. She wasn't just a doll, she was a friend. And let's not forget Lincoln Logs and other construction sets that were so popular in Canadian homes. They encouraged the building of towers, houses, and entire little worlds. Each block fitted together brought a deep sense of satisfaction and stimulated the imagination, in addition to strengthening a child's coordination and patience. These toys, although maybe more discreet in our collective memories today, were capable of creating magical experiences and moments of connection. They remind us that childhood doesn't need advanced technology to be absolutely unforgettable. If you also remember these forgotten treasures and want to relive this time full of creativity and wonder, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so we can continue this journey together and keep the magic of Canadian childhood alive. Canadian winters have always brought a special magic to childhood, and certain toys became symbols of this frigid and fun-filled time. Flexible flyer sleds, those classic wooden sleds, were the star of every snow-covered hill. Feeling the wind on your face as you slid downhill at what felt like lightning speed was a feeling of freedom that no screen could ever replace. You'd spend hours climbing up just for that thrilling ride back down. Then there was the snowball maker, a simple and brilliant little tool that turned any cold afternoon into an adventure. It helped kids create perfectly round, perfectly packed snowballs for epic games and friendly battles. It was the ultimate winter weapon, turning a simple snow day into a strategic mission. For young fans of our national sport, toy hockey sets offered the chance to play table hockey, recreating great NHL matchups in miniature. The clatter of the puck, the flick of the rods, the triumphant goal, it brought friends and siblings together for hours of laughter and competition. And for the little ones, Tiny Tots skates, those double-bladed skates that strapped right onto your boots, allowed them to take their first brave steps on the ice. They instilled confidence and joy with every wobbly slide, creating a love for skating from a very young age. These toys weren't just for fun. They were a part of the outdoors, the Canadian climate, and the memories that warmed our hearts even in the coldest winters. Every sled, every snowball, and every skate left lasting memories, proving that childhood could be simple yet incredibly rich in emotion. If you miss these magical moments and want to relive the joy of your childhood winters, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications. Let's continue this journey through history together and celebrate every icy, fun, and unforgettable memory of Canada. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. A simple doll wasn't just a toy. She was a confidant, a student in your make-believe classroom, or a patient in your imaginary hospital. The beauty of these older toys was their open-ended nature. They didn't tell you how to play. They invited you to create the story yourself. This process nurtured problem-solving skills, encouraged social interaction when playing with friends and siblings, and built a foundation for a rich inner world. The sense of accomplishment when you tightened that last bolt and your creation stood complete was unmatched. And what about winter? No Canadian childhood was complete without the snow. The flexible flyer, with its wooden deck and steel runners, wasn't just a sled. It was a high-speed vessel, steering you through treacherous mountain passes, or, the local Park Hill. Join our community and turn on notifications so we can continue exploring every corner of Canadian childhood and reliving those heartwarming moments together. Thank you for watching, and may these memories continue to inspire us, reminding us that sometimes the truest magic is found in the simple things, the shared moments, and the stories we carry in our hearts forever.